Hello everyone. Today we will discuss on the topic vaccine safety surveillance. Firstly, we know about what is the vaccine. Vaccine it is a complex biological formulation that gives the acquired active immunity to a particular infectious disease. It's called as the vaccine. And the process of injection of antigenic agents to stimulate an individual immune system to develop a adaptive immunity to a pathogen is called as vaccination. It is one of the most effective way to prevent disease. Vaccine safety surveillance it is a critical component of the pharmacovigilance to ensure that the vaccine continue to be safe and effective once they are distributed to the public use. Vaccine safety surveillance focus on the monitoring and detecting of adverse event following immunization or vaccination, assessing risk and ensuring the safety of vaccines at every stage of their life cycle from pre-marketing trial to post-marketing surveillance. The goal of vaccine is the early detection and timely response to adverse event following immunization in order to minimize the negative effects to the health of individuals and lessen the negative potential impact on immunization of population. Then what are the objectives of the vaccine pharmacovigilance? To promote the safe use of the vaccine for its consumer, then to detect the adverse event early, then to make sure that the healthy people usually receive the vaccines, to ensure that the infant and the children consume most of the vaccines, then to administer the vaccine globally to a large population, to ensure that the vaccines are often administered concomitantly with other vaccines, to make sure that the vaccines are complex biological products. Then steps in the vaccine pharmacovigilance. First step is the detect signal suggesting adverse event following immunization related to the vaccine. Second step is to develop the hypothesis about the causal association between the adverse event following immunization and vaccination. Then third step it is the test a hypothesis through appropriate epidemiological methods. These are the three steps of the vaccine pharmacovigilance. Before a vaccine is approved for the widespread use, it undergoes a series of trials, its safety, efficacy, and potential risk. These trials are divided into preclinical study and clinical phase. So firstly we see what is preclinical studies. Preclinical studies, these are laboratory tests on the animals to evaluate the safety profile of the vaccines. In preclinical studies examine the toxicity, immunoresponse and general pharmacokinetics of the vaccine candidate to predict of how it might affect on humans. Then clinical trials. In this include phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. In phase 1, in this early stage, the vaccine is administered to the small groups of healthy volunteers to assess its safety and determine the appropriate doses. Side effect and immune response are closely monitored. Then phase 2, in this phase, the vaccine is given to a large group of peoples to further evaluate the safety and immune response. This phase is also help to identify the optimal dose and the schedule for vaccinations. Then phase 3, this stage involves the testing the vaccine in a much larger populations, around thousands of people, to confirm its safety and effectiveness. It also aims to detect the rare side effects that might not have been seen in the earlier trials. Once a vaccine demonstrates the both safety and the efficacy, regulatory authorities such as the Food and Drug Administration, European Medical Emergencies, and the World Health Organizations may approve it for the public use. However, clinical trial may not capture every potential adverse event, particularly those that are rare or have long-term periods, which necessitates ongoing monitoring after the vaccine is released. After a vaccine is authorized and introduced into the population, the post-marketing surveillance become essential for identifying adverse events that were not detected in the clinical trials. Post-marketing surveillance, it is also called as phase 4. It often to refer the real-world surveillance involve the monitoring of the safety and effectiveness in the general populations. What are the key aspects of the post-marketing surveillance? First one is the adverse event reporting system. In this, health professional and general public are encouraged to report any adverse event that occur after vaccination. In United States, the vaccine adverse event reporting system is used for this purpose. Similar systems such as UDRA Vigilance in Europe and VGBase, run by the WHO, and collect and analyze the data on vaccine side effect globally. The second key aspect is active surveillance. This involves actively monitoring population for vaccine related adverse event rather than relying on a passive reporting. For example, epidemiological studies such as cohort studies, case control studies, and observational studies are used to identify any patterns in adverse event and determine if a vaccine is associated with specific risk. Then vaccine safety data link. This is the US based system link data from the healthcare providers and the insurance plan to monitor the safety of vaccine in large population. Types of adverse events. First is the minor adverse event. These include local reactions like the pain, redness, or swelling at the injection site, as well as mild systemic reactions such as fever and fatigue. Serious adverse event in this include allergic reaction, for example, anaphylaxis, neurological issues, for example, seizures, or conditions that require hospitalization or result in the long-term health effect. Then rare events. Some adverse event may occur rarely, such as blood clotting disorders or inflammation of heart, which may only become apparent once millions of people have been vaccinated. Then signal detection and the risk assessment in the vaccine safety pharmacovigilance. Once an adverse event is reported, it is crucial to determine whether it is truly related to the vaccine or if it is occur coincidentally. Signal detection, it is a process of identifying a link between the vaccine and adverse event. If a signal is identified, further investigation are required to determine where there is a causal relationship. The epidemiological studies to assess the association between the vaccine and the adverse event. Further studies are conducted. These studies use statistical method to evaluate whether the observed events are more frequent in the vaccinated individual than in the general population. Casualty assessment. After a signal is detected, an expert panel may evaluate whether the event is caused by the vaccine. They consider the factors such as timing of the event, biological possibilities, and other consistency findings. Then vaccine safety communications. Once the risk of vaccine have been assessed, it is essential to communicate to finding to both healthcare professional and the general public. Clear communication helps to maintain the public trust and ensure informed decision making about vaccinations. Regulatory bodies may issue warnings or update about the specific risk associated with vaccine. For example, that they may advise to certain population to avoid a vaccine. Then safety alert. If any new risk are identified, the health authorities issue alert to healthcare providers and the public. These may include to changes vaccine labeling or recommendation about who should or who should not receive this vaccine. Educational campaigns are conducted to inform about the vaccine safety. These include providing information on potential side effects, how to manage them, and why the benefits of vaccination outweigh the risk. Then global vaccine safety monitoring. Given that the vaccines are globally administered, international cooperation is vital in ensuring vaccine safety. The WHO, through the Global Vaccine Safety Initiative, coordinate global surveillance and risk assessment efforts. Data from various countries is shared, allowing health authorities to identify emerging vaccine safety concerns more quickly. Global reporting systems such as VGBase system collect and analyze reports from countries around the world, allowing for the detection of the potential safety signal and trends in the vaccine adverse events. Emerging threats and new vaccines. When new vaccines are developed in response to emerging infectious diseases such as COVID-19, require special attention in safety surveillance. These vaccines are closely monitored as they may present unique risks or reactions that were not foreseen during preclinical or clinical trials. Real-time monitoring in case of COVID-19 vaccines, the health authorities implemented real-time monitoring system to track adverse events such as myocarditis or blood clots as new infection emerge rapidly. As new information emerge rapidly, vaccine safety surveillance is a cornerstone of the pharmacovigilance, ensuring that the vaccine is continue to be safe and effective as they are used in the large population. The process involve a combination of pre-marketing clinical trial to the post-marketing surveillance to detect, assess, and mitigate the risk. Any risk associated with the vaccinations, continuous communication, advanced data analysis, analytics, and international collaboration are the key elements in maintaining the integrity of vaccination program globally. So that's all about the vaccine safety surveillance. Thank you.